Guys, what's going on? I hope you guys are having a good day. Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. And I want to say hello and happy Thanksgiving to everybody. If you're watching this on Thanksgiving, if you're watching live, today is Thanksgiving. And I don't even have much to say today, actually. I'm going to actually head out in a minute. Alicia signed me up for this race today. It's a 4 mile race. So I'm going to go out and get my workout on. But I wanted to sort of throw something out there about Black Friday, just sort of a thought that I had that maybe helps you put some things into context. A couple things I want to say about Black Friday. I say this every year because that's my mission. I'm very consistent about what I believe and who I am. And one of the things that I remind everyone about every year is it's very important to try to find some way to keep Black Friday black. You got to include your own people in the spending extravaganza. And the reason I think Black Friday is fascinating and holiday spending is fascinating is because I throw it in the face of all the Negroes out here, all the Negro naysayers who keep telling me that Black people ain't got no wealth. Because you guys know I've had a long-standing debate, particularly with like Yvette Carnell and the founders of the whole ADOS movement, where they spend a lot of time telling Black people that they have no wealth. And I've just come back and said, actually, if we were a country, we'd be one of the richest countries on earth. I'm a financial scientist, so I know this stuff very, very well. And so, the other thing I tell people is if we have no wealth, if we have no money, then why is it that we spend so much money over the holidays? If we have no money, why is it that corporations can pay all their bills, off of the money that we spend? If we have no money, then why do they plant a Popeye's chicken in every poor neighborhood in America and run away with hundreds of millions of dollars? And if we have no money, then how is it that so many of us stay so fly all the time? Right? So we got money. We ain't broke. We ain't broke. But one of the things I want to throw out there for you is Black-owned business, man. When you talk about holiday spending, and we're contradicting ourselves by saying we don't have any money, but yet we're flowing billions of dollars, probably a good 10, $15 billion or whatever we spend over the holidays out to white people. I kind of want you to sort of understand this. I just want you to really sort of look at this and just realize you can't spend money if you have no money. If you had no money, you could not spend money. And here's the other thing. When you're spending this money and you're paying reparations to white people, which that's what you're doing. You're paying what you call reverse reparations. They have reverse racism. We pay reverse reparations. You got to remember another thing. Part of the reason that you are enslaved, the part of the reason that you don't have freedom, part of the reason that you feel oppressed is due to what I call voluntary oppression. You have these things called Black-owned businesses that are out there. And the reason that you feel oppressed is because many of us have to go work for white people. We have to depend on white people. We have to ask white people for things. So we give them the money, and then they use that money to control us, right? We give them all of our resources, and then we wonder why we have no resources, right? We give them all of our power, and then we feel powerless and complain about how other people are using their power to oppress us, right? So, so basically, when you're out here and you see these Black-owned businesses, the big problem Black-owned businesses have during Black Friday, in my opinion, is everybody boycotts Black businesses. Everybody boycotts Black businesses, including Black people. Lots of Black people who are going to do insane amounts of spending for Black Friday are not going to spend hardly any of that money at a Black-owned business. Now, I'm not trying to tell you to spend all your money in Black-owned businesses. It takes a while to build an economy. And that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're creating in the Black Business School. We have thousands of students that are learning all kinds of amazing things. But at the same time, I would just hope that you would think for a second about including Black-owned businesses in your spending. So if you're going to spend, spend with your own community, at least on some level. In fact, if we could get Black people to spend 10%, just 10% of our money with Black businesses, we would literally have 10, we'd have 10 times more than what we would get from any reparations check from white people. Seriously, like that would literally be a multi-trillion-dollar wealth transfer if Black people simply gave 10% of our income to Black-owned businesses. If we were to go to 15, 20%, it'd be amazing. So what I'm simply saying is, don't tell me who you love. Don't tell me what you believe. I don't give a shit what's in your mind and what you claim to represent and who you claim to be. Well, show me what you do with your money. That shows me who you love. And when you're giving 90% of your money to white folks and only 5%, 2%, 1% to Black people, and then the rest to Asians and Arabs and everybody else, then that tells me that you love them more than you love Black people. That's what you're doing. That's what you're saying. If I could tell my woman I love her all day. But if I'm spending all my time with another woman, then eventually she's going to realize my actions do not correlate with my words. She's going to realize, like, wait a minute, you say you love me, but you don't give me your time. You say you love me, but when you spend money, you spend it on that other chick over there. You say you love me, but when I need you, you're busy with her. Well, then that would be me basically, showing her actions speak louder than words. Your actions speak volumes, right? So again, this is not me being self-righteous or soapboxing you about Black Friday spending. I don't want anybody to feel guilty about going out and shopping and looking for the deals or whatever it is you're looking for. I'm not hating on that at all. And the reason I do that, the reason I'm very careful about not attacking you on this is because, you know, first of all, I don't think I think financial security can be achieved without extremism. I'm not a person that's going to say like, oh, the reason you're broke is because you like to buy lattes in Starbucks. No, the reason you might be broke is because you don't invest in addition to buying the latte, right? So I'll buy the latte in Starbucks. And I don't want you calling me a hypocrite because you saw me hold a latte, whatever it is you do. I don't know, whatever. I'm just throwing it out there. Um, so the point is to say we're not broke because we enjoy our money. You're not broke because you like to go shopping. You're not broke because you like to buy Nike sneakers. A lot of you, if you're struggling financially on an intergenerational context, it's because there's no investing to provide sort of a backbone in an economic infrastructure to the spending. You see, spending has to be sustained through investing. Investing creates your financial rock that allows you to then go out and enjoy your money. Millionaires, they go buy Lamborghinis, they go buy vacation homes, they go buy fancy clothes, they like to shop at Gucci and all that stuff. But make no mistake, most millionaires I know handle their business before they go out and play, right? Some of us, unfortunately, are trained to go out and play before we handle our business, right? So I will say, enjoy your holiday spending, enjoy your family. Just remember some basic things. Number one, the best gifts you can give a loved one typically have nothing to do with money that you spend. When it comes to my mother, father, sister, and brother, we don't even give each other gifts. We give each other time. Or I'll take an old videotape that I made from the 1990s and I'll make a copy for everybody. Like I'm not at a point where I feel like I got to go spend a bunch of money to show you that I love you. We buy things for the kids because kids like toys and all that shit. But then when we buy toys for the kids, we also give them stocks and bonds. I'm real big on giving them assets. And the great thing is that, like our 9-year-old, I buy her shares of stock. She's all like, "Oh, what is that?" And I explain it to her, so I educate her about it, and then she forgets about it, right? And that's beautiful that she forgets about it because what's going to happen is that those shares of stock are going to grow in value, and she'll probably wake up when she's like 25 and be like, "Hey, remember that stock you used to give me? Wait, where is it? I need money now, right?" And I'll be like, "Oh yeah, you mean that $1,000 investment I made for you when you were 9 that's now worth $10,000? Oh, here you go. There you go, sweetie. Here's some money for you, right?" So that's what I'm saying to you. Here's the last point I want to make on this. It's very important to understand is this. The interesting thing about Black Friday that's fascinating to me is that it's sort of built on getting you to think about spending your money in a specific way, right? So you'll hear people that will shop, on Black Friday, and they'll be excited because they'll say, "Oh my God, I saved, $600 on this product, or I saved $50 on this thing I've been wanting to buy," right? And I think that's a legitimate perspective, but you have to understand that you know, saving and spending are two different things, right? If you just spent a bunch of money and you're telling me you saved a bunch of money, you could argue that you saved a bunch of money because you thought the price was here and you actually paid this. That's cool. But I see it as you spent a bunch of money because you could have kept your money, but you gave it away, right? Now it doesn't mean that you're stupid. I'm not making fun of you. I'm not at all doing that because I spend money too. And I fall for it. We all fall for it, right? But think about this. Spending and saving are two different things. Let's at least be clear. You didn't actually save money when you thought you were going to spend 1,000 and you spent 400. You didn't really save money. What you did was you spent less than what you thought you were going to spend, right? So you thought you were going to spend 1,000, you spent 400, but you saved nothing, right? Saving and spending are two different things. And one of the things that they do to manipulate your mind when it comes to consumerism, because America has an addiction to consumerism. Americans go deeper and deeper in debt every year, and it's really a microcosm of what's happening nationwide. Like the country goes deeper in debt every year, right? And what they kind of do with consumerism is they give you these concepts that are a little bit problematic, especially for an African American, which is, you know, like what it means to be a smart consumer or a conscious consumer, things like that. While that's certainly there's certainly merit to terminology like this, it's a little bit problematic because it's sort of like saying, you're going to get financially drained. Here's how you can be drained a little less than you were going to be drained before, right? So if you're spending more time learning how to be a conscious consumer, if you're spending more time learning how to be a conscious consumer than you are learning how to be a conscious investor, then you're probably going to lose the economic game. Give me like 3 minutes, man. You're going to lose the economic game because it's almost like teaching a football player only how to play defense, but never teaching them how to play offense, right? So a football player or a football team that only knows how to play defense but does not know how to play offense, the best score they're going to get in a game, in any game, is going to be 0-0, right? That's the absolute best that can happen is 0-0. 90% of the time they're going to lose because the other team's going to score at least one touchdown on them. And then they're going to say, wow, we really played great defense because we thought they were going to score 8 touchdowns and they only scored 1, right? That's cool, but you still lost the game. You follow what I'm saying? Give me a yes or no if you get what I'm saying. I know this is not, this is, this, I don't know if this sounds deep to you or not, but I feel like it's deep because it took me a long time to really analyze. Like I've studied this kind of thing for years and years. And so sometimes I say stuff that doesn't make sense because I've been thinking about this stuff for so long, right? And so don't just focus on being a conscious consumer, be a conscious wealth builder. How about that? And when you are a wealth builder, you spend the majority of your time thinking about how to build wealth and a minority of your time thinking about, how to give away less than you were going to give away anyway. But everybody consumes, everybody spends, everybody enjoys this shit. I do. I know I do. I don't, I would never want you guys to give me a hard time because you saw me up in the mall enjoying my money. Shit, if I work hard for it and I invest it and I build some wealth, yeah, I will grab the kids up and say, hey, let's go to the mall and let's go act a damn fool up in the mall, right? And that's okay to do that. It's totally okay, So don't let people make you feel like it has to be a painful process. It doesn't. It's just a matter of moderation. That's the key. The key is moderation. And what gets us in trouble as Black people is that we don't have moderation as a community when it comes to spending. We go hard, we go long, we go to extremes in terms of learning all the wrong things and not learning the right things. And it to me it seems very basic and very clear, but maybe it's because that's what I do. That's my lane. That's my world. All right. So anyway, I'm out of here, guys. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button, hit the share, hit the subscribe button. Also, by the way, we're building the Black Financial Channel. So I hope you will subscribe to theblackfinancialchannel.com, that's theblackfinancialchannel.com. We do daily financial news and commentary from a Black perspective. Also on Instagram, hey, how you guys doing? My Instagram is the real Boyce Watkins, and I see you guys on Facebook. If you could share it to your page, I'd appreciate it. And also, like I said, and actually the Black Business School, we also have Black Friday discounts like everybody else. So if you want to learn, we have 100% money back guarantees if you're unhappy for any reason. So we don't have any unhappy students because we give them their money back if anybody says that they were disappointed. But we have some really cool stuff. We have programs on stock market investing, Forex, stuff like that. So feel free to go to theblackbusinessschool.com, that's theblackbusinessschool.com, and you can actually talk to one of our specialists right now and they can kind of get you started, okay? So that's theblackbusinessschool.com, All right, so I'm out of here, guys. Let me go run this race. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Be good. Peace.